blurry frame, a familiar silhouette, and one quiet Christmas night that suddenly made millions of hearts stop. Wang Yibo Xiao Zhan, spotted in the same moment, the same season. Was it coincidence or something far more emotional than anyone expected? Christmas is supposed to be gentle. Soft lights, warm colors, silent wishes whispered into the cold air. But this Christmas felt different, because sometimes one unfinished image is enough to awaken years of memory. It began without warning. A short clip, a fleeting post. Nothing loud, nothing confirmed. Yet within hours, two names quietly rose to the top of trending lists across multiple platforms. Wang Yibo Xiao Zhan. No captions that declared anything bold. No statements that crossed lines. Just a moment that felt familiar. Fans noticed the atmosphere first. The lighting, warm, golden, unmistakably festive. The background, decorations that whispered holiday without shouting it. And then the timing. So close, almost overlapping. Not proof, not evidence, but enough to make hearts tremble. Because for fans who have followed their journeys for years, even silence can speak volumes. And as Christmas night passed, something quietly spread across fandom spaces worldwide. A shared feeling that this moment mattered, not because of what it claimed, but because of what it reminded people of. Transitioning now from the moment itself to why it touched so many hearts so deeply. To understand the reaction, you have to understand the emotional history fans carry. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan are not just two celebrities. To many, they're symbols of a time when connection felt effortless, when shared screens became shared memories. Over the years, fans learned to read between lines, not to invent stories, but to protect emotions. So when Christmas arrived with these quiet parallels, fans didn't scream. They didn't demand answers. They paused. Social media filled with gentle words instead of speculation. I smiled without realizing. My heart feels warm tonight. I didn't expect to feel this emotional. No accusations. No declarations. Just gratitude for the feeling itself. For some fans, this moment reopened old chapters. Not painfully, but tenderly. Like flipping through a photo album you thought you'd packed away. Christmas has a way of doing that. It makes people nostalgic. It softens defenses. And suddenly, seeing two familiar names connected to that season felt healing. This wasn't about confirming anything. It was about remembering why people cared in the first place. And as emotions spread quietly across fandoms, another question emerged. Why does silence feel louder than words in moments like this? Silence has always been part of their story. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan have mastered the art of saying nothing and allowing space to exist. No clarifications, no denials, no emotional displays designed for headlines. And this time was no different. That silence became a mirror. Fans projected not rumors, but emotions, longing, comfort, closure. For some, it was simply comforting to imagine that somewhere, on a cold Christmas night, familiar warmth still existed in the world. Psychologists often say nostalgia peaks during holidays. But fandom nostalgia is different. It's layered with shared experiences, collective memories, and emotional investment built over years. This moment didn't ignite chaos. It softened people. Artworks appeared. Poems were shared. Quiet edits set to slow music circulated, not to prove anything, but to feel something. And that is what made this reaction so powerful. No one was asking for answers. They were protecting the feeling. Transitioning now from fandom emotions to the broader meaning of why moments like this resonate globally. In today's entertainment world, everything moves fast. Scandals explode. Rumors burn out. Attention shifts overnight. But this moment refused to be loud. It lingered. International fans, from Asia to Europe, from the Americas to the Middle East, shared the same quiet reaction. A collective pause. Why? Because in a culture of constant noise, soft moments feel rare. This Christmas connection, real or coincidental, represented something deeper. The idea that some bonds, at least emotionally, are never truly erased. And importantly, fans showed restraint. They chose warmth over speculation, emotion over assumption. That alone says something powerful about how fandoms evolve. This wasn't about forcing a narrative. It was about honoring a feeling that arrived unexpectedly and left gently. And as the holiday lights dimmed, one truth remained clear. This moment mattered because it reminded people why they fell in love with stories in the first place. Not because of certainty, but because of emotion. Which brings us to the final question. What does this moment leave behind? When Christmas passed, no confirmations followed. No headlines declared conclusions. And somehow, that was perfect, because not every story needs an ending written in bold letters. Sometimes, the most meaningful moments are the ones that arrive quietly, touch the heart, and leave without explanation. For fans, this Christmas wasn't about answers. It was about warmth, about remembering, about feeling connected again, even briefly. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan remained exactly as they always are, focused, composed, and private, and fans respected that. Perhaps that's the real reason this moment felt so special. Not because of what it claimed, but because of how gently it was held. So now, as the season fades into memory, one question remains softly in the air. Was it coincidence? Or simply a reminder that some stories never truly disappear? Only the heart knows the answer.